you tell me what was the first incident that put your show on Stern's hate list? I could end with this. I got to go. This story to this day infuriates me. Me and Anthony were working at WAF, the only station that really rocks. We were starting to make a name for ourselves. And there was a story in the paper. I'm going to get the details slightly off, so bear with me. But there was a story in the paper where Jeopardy didn't have minority contestants. Okay. So we took that story and we ran with it, and we did a little skit where we basically did minority Jeopardy. And it was very edgy and probably something you really can't do these days. But it was based on a story in the newspaper. Somehow, Howard was being syndicated to BCN, our competition up there. Somehow, I guess it was his fans, because I think our fans used to do the same shit for us. So I would assume it was one of his fans. Said, Howard, these guys up there at this radio station, WAF, the only station that really rocks, is ripping you off. And they sent him our bit. Our bit wasn't based, because then we learned, and maybe we even knew. I honestly don't know, because it's hard for people to believe this, but I really wasn't a Howard Stern fan. Did I listen to him from time to time, and was I entertained from time to time? Yes, 100%. But I wasn't a regular listener. So he was doing a bit called Black Jeopardy. We weren't ripping him off. Our bit was based on a story that was that was very current and local and in the paper about these minority Jeopardy, these contestants that were minorities that just couldn't get on Jeopardy. He got the bit, and then he ripped into us and basically said, "There's these guys up there in Boston ripping me off, Rob." And you know the bit he's done a million dumb times to the point no one really believes him anymore. And everyone at our radio station, this was before me and Anthony were huge, but we were definitely starting to make a name for ourselves up there. We had this program director. I won't mention him by name. He's taken enough abuse over the years. The program director, he grabs me. They were always grabbing me because I was perceived as this stupid boss. He grabs me. He goes, "Howard's talking about you guys." I'm like, "I know. Isn't this great?" Because that's what you want. If you have enough confidence in your show and a much bigger show is talking about you, that's awesome. Because me and Anthony knew we could handle ourselves. We knew if we're getting a lot of attention from a bigger show, that's going to make people tune in our show. And we knew our content was good enough where we could turn some of these people onto our show. That's how it used to work in this business. So I'm like, isn't this great? This is what you hope for, to grow an audience. Because no, this isn't good at all. This is not good at all. He was in a complete panic that Howard Stern was talking about us. Because then we wanted to just go all in with it and hey, if he's talking about us, let's do more of this. Screw it. Let's go. This is not good. This is not good. And then he started demanding that me and Anthony stop talking about the incident of this minority Jeopardy thing that got on Howard Stern's radar and not mention his name anymore because he couldn't handle it. He's like, "This is not good." And I'm like, "You're crazy." I always knew more than the program directors, and I know that's going to sound very cocky, but it's the truth. And I would sit there going, "Oh my God, why are you making this so damn hard? This is perfect for us." I don't know how that. I think it just sort of faded away, and we got into other bits and other problems up there. To be honest, I don't remember how it kind of faded away, but we never listened to this program director, so I would assume that we continue to find other ways to be just annoying towards Howard. But Howard Stern said almost exactly, "These guys are ripping me off up there in Boston. We're going to keep our eyes on them." And I'm like, "Thank you." And then, the rest is history, because then we moved to New York, and boy, did he get to know who we were. But that, I believe, was the first time that we were on Howard Stern's radar. And we weren't ripping him off. We were doing a bit that was similar to his based on a news story that day in the paper. So with that, I say cheers. Cheers. No coffee.